Alright, so for the end of the day, my birthday here, the 58th birthday. Always a good day. We're gonna look at some PSP stuff. Somebody asked me about them. So even on my birthday, I'm always doing stuff. And if you ask me, I'll get to it at some point. So, most of these are apart. I sold lots of stuff off of them. We'll zoom you more in here now, because we're gonna look at this box. One's still, at least one is still fluid. Somebody was asking about the screens. Remember, these are not touch screens, so these are just screens. So I got 1, 2. I have a couple that are still together. 2, 3. This here is some sort of a jailbreak thing I think I did at one time in here. This thing's always falling. It's not a place in my room where stuff doesn't fall. Alright, let's get a zoom in on here. Let's get a little recap of what I got going on here. So I know I've sold all the back covers. Some of these still. He's asking about the spring. I believe he means this spring. This actually probably works. I sold most of this cable in here. To get to this cable though, requires you to tear the whole thing apart. I'll take it out, but I would never sit here and rebuild one. Heck no. Right now we're just looking at some screens. Nope, that's the back. So let's see what we have for screens. Some of these are 10. Most of these are 1001. But this one, or two of them, has a letter at the end. So it's a little bit different. Lost my glasses now. I want to say that says an R2 or B2. Some of these work. Actually, most of these did work. But I just, as normal, just selling parts off them. Another 101. So technically that's a good screen there. So they're going to have scratches on them. Again, they're not touch, so there's none of them that'll crack that I'm aware of. But we're going to look at them again. And I got lots of screens that actually work too. But I haven't really jumped out on the board to sell them because it's kind of a pain to try to sell screens. And every other workable part is in here. These are fun. I like these. Big fan of the PSP. I had a Vita at one time. I don't have any anymore, but Vitas are cool too. Yeah, so lots of screens and all kinds of goodies in there. Let's just concentrate on what somebody asked me about. And we'll look at these. One of these, I believe, I sold at disc doors for everyone except for this one here. Try to get you a little closer there. Okay. And I was trying to jailbreak that, so I was selling motherboards off of these. So somewhere there's at least 3 more motherboards. So let's look at the screen. Oh, this one's broken. I remember this one. So that's one I don't have. This one's cracked right there. I see it. But it might have some good buttons and some other. This might be all right. Actually, that's good. That's still good. Some of them, it's missing. See it? This piece is missing right there. So this, although not good for a whole screen, I think that's cracked. Yeah, I can feel it's cracked. I could probably salvage this off of here, which I will, actually. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Let's salvage a couple things here. Play around a little bit. So I can easily get one fully working PSP here. I'm pretty confident with that. But we also have, looking at those, I have one of the power supplies. And I have power. So earlier I was doing Sega Saturns, so I can jump to any system pretty quickly. depending on someone asked me something. My day usually revolves around my eBay orders, pretty much. But then if I just have like a time, I play games. Death Stranding 2, I've put 90 hours into Death Stranding 2. That's most hours I've ever put. And before that 90 hours on Death Stranding 2, I have another PS5 that was account locked, so I can only do it offline. I had put 40 hours on it offline, and then I decided I wanted to do it again. And then I put another 90 hours. That's pretty awesome. My favorite game ever. Obviously finished the story, which is pretty epic. Didn't quite like the end. That's like kind of got something threw me way off that I didn't see. But I finally got all my connections done. I'm back in Mexico. I have 2 more connections to do. And we'll be done. Oh, and I built all the roads, rails. All roads, rails. I upgraded every road. That's why I have 90 hours on there. Because I built every single road, because none of them were done. When I started over online, I could get connected. The first 40 hours I did it offline, and I built all the roads. This time I built all the roads, finished everything on it. It's pretty awesome. So I think this actually pulls off. It's like a cover. Yeah, this is really what I want. This will be, somebody will be looking for that. I don't think I broke it though, did I? No. So I could salvage that. What's this little thing here? What's this? Something else going on over here. Oh, looks like it's soldered on there. Let's see what else I can. Buttons. Who doesn't need buttons? You know me, if I get something, I'm going to try to scrap at it as best I can. There's probably more buttons. Or there's like a flip-flop thing right there. Let's pull that out of there. This. That's it on there by a sticky thing. Broken anyway, don't really matter. Let's see what this comes. What this is. I would assume it's stuck in the middle. See it right there? There's technically more buttons. What's holding it in the center? I just put this. So yeah, so I picked apart. I think I had 8 or 9 PSPs, and of those, I still have 4 left. All the rest were picked apart at a little bit. Somewhere I had more motherboards. I lost them. I gotta find them. And I believe I started upgrading them. I forgot how to do it now, but so let's see what else I can. I want to see how this comes off. Yeah, it does. It just picks off. So we just picked up part of that too. So it's a fun little set right there. Sold metal pieces from the inside. Mostly everyone wanted this cable, but the only way to get to it is you have to completely take it apart, and that is not fun. Oh, it's fun to do it, but I would never want to rebuild it and flip that. So this one's no good. We stripped it. All right, let's look at let's charge a battery. We got the technology here. Let's do that. One of these has got a battery in it. I think so. Usually the button goes, one of these. To get to this button is not as bad. I think that one's the hard one. It requires a teardown. Technically, you don't even need the disc. I would like to try to remember how to do this. I know this worked. No? I found another one too. I don't know where I put it. Came across another one. It was in my Kadoki's lot. Hopefully, within a month or so, maybe sooner. I gotta find out. I'm gonna get some new local stuff. Yeah, that'll be fun. I got this place I go. It's better than Disney World, and I like Disney World. It's pretty cool. This has a crack in the screen I see right there. So this one's... So, we'll do a new video if I go with that place. I get like a pallet of gaming stuff. It's 2 not working. Why is that? Unexpected. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm sitting there thinking that's the turn on button. Duh. It's over here. That's why. I was hitting that switch. Oh. It's over here. I know one of these. There we go. Okay. It's got cracked. I don't remember that being cracked, but I must have cracked it somehow. Again, there's no touchscreen on this, so it's all by the... Usually the X button goes. This was somebody's... I think I set this one up. I forgot how to do it now. You gotta have a certain... How does it go? A certain firmware, I believe. Boy, it's been a minute since I've done anything with these. 6.61. Yeah, I think I upgraded these to 6.61, which is one of those cards I had. So this one works. And if you do the upgrade, you don't even need this. So that's... Oh, what was the model on this one? This is... So this is an 1002. So that's a 1002. I'll look at those in a minute. I'll play around with these for a minute. This one, I believe, is... Yeah, it's an R2. 1001, but R2. I don't know. I never opened up the R2 one, so I don't know what the difference inside. This one's R2 as well. So these two are R2s. I don't know the difference between the R2s and the regular 101, 101. I don't know the difference. There's got to be a difference. There always is. All right, let's go back to this one for a second. Yeah, see, the only sure the right light didn't turn green. One of these, I think the X button doesn't work. But I've got lots of buttons. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Vita. I like the Vita. You slide it over, because the Vita is touchscreen. I like that part. This one is Windows Vista, PlayStation Edition. So that's pretty cool, huh? I believe that this one of these I did. You had to do a bunch of things to get it to do it, but I don't remember it all now. But I usually can figure it out again. Where is that? Settings. So this has got like a Vista screen to it. Remember Vista? It should be 661, yeah. It says 6.61 infinity right there. That's what you needed to have on here. If I'm correct. That's a little infinity sign in the end there. I remember that now. I don't remember what to do after, but we'll keep a couple of these to play around with to do that with. Alright, so then this one worked. Okay. So that's pretty good so far. Battery's the same in all of them, I believe. And I have battery covers somewhere. .61 infinity. That makes sense. I think all these turned on. X button. See, there it is. Oh, I got it. If I push in real hard, I can get it. Not really of a handheld kind of person, but let's see what this has got. Oh, I missed it. Where is it? System setting. .61. I don't see that little infinity on this one. So this one works. power and video. These may not work. But you really don't need them. This one got dinged too over here. I've been banging around in a box, so like, this works too. Somewhere I have a box of games for these videos, games, and all that stuff. You can watch movies on these. Pretty cool. I think they're still listed. Oh, what is that? 6.60. So this one wasn't done. Okay. That's what we got going on. That's R2. We have two R2s. Oh, no. 1002. Which is this one. I don't know what. I forget what the boards that are inside the 1001. There's two different ones. I want to say 07781. 08 something. There's two different boards. I don't know after that. I never opened up these ones. Or the R2s. I'm assuming R2 has to be a different model, making it some way different. Alright, so let's go back to a question I had was asked was these screens. So let's get a look. I put them as scratched. I don't think they were that bad, I don't remember. That wasn't bad. Might be a little bit of mark right there. Again, it's not a touch screen, so this is a spot there, but I think that come off. No, might be a little blemish right there. So these ones were together. Can't get much cleaner than that. I mean, I can see some scratches up there, but this one's pretty cool. So there's some marks in there. I'll get you zooming up there so you can see a little bit. I'll give it to the potential buyer so you can see them. Get it in real time. Can't get much better than that. But you can see the scratches on it. Typical normal scratches. That's one. And this one has, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, the little pad, but I can put one on there now. Actually, that's what I'll do because this is a clean one. We'll add the pad back to it because I have the technology to do it. So we'll put that back on that one. Yeah, I'll go grab him. Yeah, I'll go get him. I'll go get my little buddy. Yeah, I'll go right down. All right. We'll go find him. Is he there? Hasn't come in yet. As it comes in, we'll look. Alright, so we're going to switch that. I'm going to still get my dog, but after. Let's put this back on. What the heck is it? It's right there. I thought this was a speaker, but it's a button. I lost it again. Keep grabbing the wrong buttons. No. There it is. This. I believe there's a certain way it goes on. Yeah, there is. I think it's broken. way it's designed, I thought it was a speaker. It looks like a speaker, doesn't it? But it's actually a button. I was not aware of that. Alright, so we'll put this one back together. Put the band back together here. Looks like it's the same way. So that'll make this one complete. You complete me. At least I think it does. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I put it backwards. Doesn't feel like it's all the way in there. But it's there. It's a little bit yucky over here. I can see it. Crevice crud, as I call it. A little bit right there. Alright, anyway, so we put that back on there. It's not cool. No, I haven't seen him yet. I'm waiting. No, he hasn't. Alright, we'll go find him. Alright, we'll look. Got the back door open. I'll look in the front again. I don't know. Hey, you alright, buddy? Here he comes. Alright, now he's in. Alright, he's in now. Alright, got my dog. Cool. Alright, so we fixed that one. About as clean as you're going to see it, pretty much. That's one. These are all, as far as I'm sure, they're all PSP. Oh, that's the back cover. But he was asking about a spring, and I think that's the spring he means right there. This one's got a spring on it, actually. This. He said something about a spring. It's the only spring that I'm aware of. This right here. How it comes out. It's got two latches on it. But I do have a spring. I don't think there's another spring in it. We'll figure it out. So that's not a back front cover. Technically, I have two more screens here too. Well, not really, because the other one was cracked. It's a different model too. What's that? The spring. Oh, right here. So the only spring that I'm aware of is this, which we just saw on the other one. Right, this one? That may be a nut. No, I think just a spring. So I think in this, we'll look inside that box. That's all the goodies in there. These are part of that homebrewed thing or whatever it is called. And so far we have one. Let's just put it now. Let's not lose my. So one decent one. Again, they're used, so they're not going to be great. I think I had 4 total. Some of them don't have that knob. Actually, most of these don't have the knob. I could steal them off the other ones. There may be knobs in there, though. Alright, so that's the first one. Second one. Let's see. A lot of crevice crud on these though. So I definitely would need some work. It's got some sticky stuff right there. For some reason, right in there, there's a lot of crevice crud on both of these. It's missing the knob. But the screen is, you know, as good as it's going to be. Look around for screw holes, things like that. That's there. So that seems alright. Just needs to be cleaned. Somebody that's really into it. It's funny because there's always someone for some system. Something that's all they do. They're like obsessed with a certain system or a console. It's really funny. I, however, can do anything. Ooh, so this one's nice and clean. But it's still that same. I can see the crevice crud. It's something that's right on the side. The screen looks pretty cool. All those screw posts. So this one's alright. Just all these are missing the pad. I found one. I could pop off those. Keep one for me. So that one's alright. So that gives me, well, it's the third. So 4 all day, and technically I can still have another, at least one to pull. But I think that one's cracked. And I had the other one, we tore the other pieces off of this one. You just needed the front cover. The screen is actually not bad, but it's cracked right there. See all that crud right there? That's why I call it crevice crud. Around any sort, like any sort of the edges of stuff, controllers and stuff. Mine's already getting worn. There's crevice crud on mine already. I put 90 hours on Death Stranding 2. Pretty wild. Alright. Yeah, so this one is, you just need one. Let's look at the last one. So all these do not have that's missing a button, but it's right there. It's inside there. So this one has a good screen. Looks pretty clean. The button fell out, but it's right there. Screw posts, 1, 2, 3, the main ones. So 4 all day. They got, and then one knob between the 4 of them. Technically, I could pop a couple knobs. How many knobs do we have? That seems to be a common thing that goes is the knob. Let's see if there's any knobs in here. Let's look at this stuff now. So I have things needed, and then some. So as I pick apart stuff, there's other stuff that is left over. And there's lots of stuff in here. I think I picked apart at least 7 or 8 of these. So these are all the bottom back covers. I do have some more disc doors, but they come off and they break. I broke a few of them. They're really hard to get off one side. See, that one broke. I think of these 3, one of them was still intact. It's this side that breaks. If you ever try to take one of these off, it's a real pain. This is the one. So this one is intact, but the circle is missing. So technically I could sell 3 of these. See, I broke that there. So there's 3 of those. I sold all the other disc doors. I managed to get them off without breaking them. Shockingly. Covers, of course. So I don't really have a lot of parts listed for PSPs, but I do have a lot of parts. These are always as is, all these inner stuff. Most of the ones that I pulled worked. Usually it's the drive that's the issue. I think I have drives listed. There's another screen. I sold some of this metal. Inner metal. Sold a few of these inner metals actually. All this is from the number 2. I mean the PSP-1001 rather, not the 2. These ones are got some stuff still going on with them. It's really the only spring. Now you can see the spring. So this is where all the mechanics are for the disc lens assembly there. That's a nightmare to try to get to. All this in here. Yeah, I got lots of little goodie boxes like this. To start tearing things up. A lot of things don't sell. So they just end up being in a bag. Some cables. That's the cable. And I can't really sell really micro stuff anymore because shipping costs are just too much. People don't want to. They don't want to spend. They expect you to shell something for $5 out the door for a part, and it's just not possible anymore. This guy's more like 15, almost 20 bucks now. I could sell you one screw off one of these, one special screw, but I'm going to charge you 20 bucks. I got to make some money. I got to make a few bucks. I actually got rid of free shipping. Did that a few months ago. Got rid of best offers. Got rid of free returns. All those stuff were nightmares. Slowed everything down, but things are a lot more smoother now. So, if you want a part, I can do it, but it's at least 15 bucks. Right? So it's really hard to do it. So I sold some of these boards. Like this is the board there. What's more of these? The covers. I'll take it out. I haven't sold any of those yet. I don't even know if I have them listed. Or I can add a cover. Those are things that sell, the covers. Get some of those listed. I'm just playing around through this to see what the heck was in here. Screens, I can't remember which ones worked, which ones didn't. I don't think there was a screen that did not work that I remember. But it's an old screen, so it's hard to sell. More metal. Spring. Another back end. Back end. I was looking to see if there's any more buttons in here. I don't see any. More boards. These are all the inner parts there. Most of this works, but usually it's the XY board that doesn't. This one. That one. Some more buttons. Lots of stuff. Oh, here's another board. Oh, no. Is it or not? No, it's not. It's just all the pieces to it. I want to say it's 781. And then there's an 8018 or something. Can't remember. That's pretty much it. I was looking for just a spring, but that's not. It's gotta be one. Probably a spring banging around here somewhere. What's on the screen? They can put all the screens in a little bit of a screen lot and just sell them that way. Potential. And the battery too. Battery. I think all the batteries worked. They get pretty swollen though. Not too bad. Alright, so that's my little goodies. Those are the little buttons. Lots of buttons. That. Alright, so that's what I got. So it's 4, I'm going to say 4 screens in pretty good shape. Only one button. So, which was these 4? Not perfect in any way, but intact.